If there was something that I would tell my younger self about working, career, finding a job, I would say to her, stability is important. It's important to have your basic needs met. It's important to be able to take care of yourself and be able to take care of those around you. It's also important that whatever you do, whatever work you choose to engage in, whatever jobs or career, you deserve to do something that you genuinely enjoy. And you can do something that you genuinely enjoy. It may not be easy, it may not come easy, and it may be challenging. Challenge is good. Challenge helps your brain grow and expand. It should be something that not only supports you, but supports others and that contributes to the betterment of the world. And a lot of people will tell you that that is very romantic and idealistic. And you may also reach moments and points where you feel like it is just a dream or an idea and it's not possible. But it is. It is possible to work and live in alignment with something that feels purposeful, meaningful to you, something that honors other people, something of value, something of quality, something that makes life better, that is life supporting and not harmful to the world or to other people. It is okay to not spend all of your life striving to be rich. If it happens, that's wonderful. If you don't end up being rich in your lifetime, that's also wonderful. It is okay to do something that allows a sense of contentment. Whatever you do should not make you ill or sick or take away from your well being, but it should add to your well being. It should not only add to your well being, but it should also add to the well being of the people that you work with, the people that you share space with. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to work alone or you have to be creative or an entrepreneur. You may still choose to work in the company of others, work under the supervision of others. But whatever it is, it should genuinely be something that makes your life better, not worse. If you have followed my journey for a while, there has just been so many transformations. Even sometimes I'm just like, what's showing up today? There is something really, really unbelievably incredible about that, but also there is something just very exhausting about that, to be completely honest, as well. But also, I definitely think, like, at this point, I don't get too attached to being anybody in particular. Like, I definitely realize that I don't have as much attachment of looking a certain way or being a certain way or showing up a certain way. Like, I can feel that tightness loosening over the years because it was really tight. Like, my identity and like having to show up and look like this and be like this. Um, like, it has helped a lot. I'm going on a bit of a tangent. I'm here in my little wooden joglo in Bali. It's a little late in the evening now, but I am helping one of my friends that I've known since I was so young. Wow. Maybe it's since I was like 15 years old. So for about 16 years. And she is opening up a medical clinic, a family care, and a mental health clinic. And so I've been supporting her and helping her to do some of like the people the people stuff because that's always been my thing somehow in life, just people. I feel deeply just connected to people and wanting to help people and wanting to talk to people and wanting to hear people's story and people's journey. And so I'm helping with the people aspect of her business, and that's been just so amazing. But as I was sitting here, I was thinking about when I quit my job. Maybe how many years ago now? Maybe 5 or 6 years ago now, when I left America, when I quit my job. And I was thinking about just how some of the messaging around that, around working in a 9 to 5 and corporate America, even myself, how somehow it can be demonized to, especially when we're in these transformations, right? Like, I quit my job, I was in a really big transformation for sure. And also, I was actually deeply feeling sick. Like, my body was feeling sick. Like, there were days where I genuinely felt like I was going to throw up. And I don't know. I mean, now I understand what that whole thing was, but at that point, I didn't really know. I did know that I was going through this transformation and I kind of wanted to take a different route in life, and I honestly didn't even know exactly what that was. I kind of just picked something that I liked. I was like, at this point in my life, I like travel. And so that has to be the thing that is going to lead me somewhere. And it did. I mean, it really, really did. But I didn't really know. But I didn't quit my job because it was a job that I genuinely loved and it felt right and it felt like I was doing something purposeful and meaningful. And of course, like, there's a fine line between quitting a job because we don't want to work, because we don't want to put in work, because we don't want to, um, have a challenge or grow through something. And there's a difference between that and really knowing that something is making you unwell. A job is making you unwell. And I recognize that the challenge for so many people, because I have so many friends and family that I speak to every other day, and they're literally just like, I am unwell. And they're fighting through being unwell in the jobs that they are in. And as I'm sitting here doing this work for my friend, and there are components of it that I don't love. Like, I don't necessarily love being on a computer for long periods of time. I prefer to be doing things like live or in person, or things that don't really require me to sit on a computer. And also, it's a bit late here, so I also rather not have screen time at night. So there definitely are some drawbacks, but I'm just thinking about, like, wow, I genuinely feel like I just feel good doing this. Like, my body feels good. And I always say, like, the body, it never lies. The sensations in our body, they never lie to us. Like, when I felt sick when I quit my job, when I quit the job that I was working, like this 9 to 5, and it was in an industry, like, I was working in the fashion industry. It was something that I thought that I should have loved. Like, it was my dream to work in fashion. But I was really just not feeling good in my body. And I couldn't really understand it at the time. Like, what is wrong with me? Why do I come into work and I genuinely want to throw up, or it was like my whole system was rebelling against me, especially like the last days. Like that like once I this is probably like the placebo effect. The last days when I had made a decision like I don't want to do this, like this, like it's obviously not in alignment. That was, I mean, that really intensified it. The thing that really shocked me with the job that I was at, and like just coming into this place where I was like, wow, I thought I loved this. Like I was supposed to love this. I went to college for this. I got my degree in this, or I studied for this. Like I have to love this. And when I realized that I just I just didn't. Like and also just thinking about I like so I remember I had the most amazing supervisors, and I had the most like I worked with some really incredible people. Like these people really, they were rooting for me. I was really young in my role, and it was just like everyone was like, "Yes, yes." And I was getting promoted like crazy. I was excelling at my job. I was excelling. Like I was on track to be making $100,000 a year, and I was in my early 20s. And that made it even more confusing because on paper it was like everything was great, like all of it was great, and then yet I just did not feel connected to what I was doing. And I remember one of my supervisors, she had been in that field for like 40 years, like, but then I heard her, like she would mention not being satisfied or not having been satisfied for years. And as this young, like, I'm still in my early 20s, and I'm just like, I was hearing that, and I was hearing it from so many of my colleagues who had spent so much of their life in these roles, and just expressing their discontentment, expressing how like it was like I have to do this. Like I don't have any other choice. It was definitely coming from this place. Like I've spent so much of my time here already, or I'm on track to be promoted, or I'm on track, for this. So it doesn't make sense too. And for me, that was such a clear indicator that at that time when I like this 20 something year old girl was just like, I don't want to spend 40 years of my life doing something that I am truly discontented with. And it was such a big decision for me because at that time everything seemed like it was going well. But oh my gosh, when I look around at my life now, and trust me, life as far as work and jobs has been a journey ever since I quit my 9 to 5. I will not lie and say that it has been an easy road. It has definitely been full of challenges. It has been full of ups and downs. It has been full of months being broke, and it has been full of a lot of stuff. And I will say that I have always had what I have needed. And I don't want to glamorize this at all because, of course, like we all need stability. This is our root, like stability, feeling secure, having our basic needs met. We all need this. I think when it comes to quitting a job during a point in time that is really transformational in your life, really being able to dig out, is this actually something that is making me ill? And making me ill means emotionally ill, physically ill, mentally ill. And a job that makes you emotionally ill, that means you are not well. If you are stressed out and can't sleep, and you have no time, and you are drained and you are burnt out, that's not well. If you are having physical ailments, like you are genuinely getting sick in your body, that is not well. If you are having mental fatigue and anxiety and depression, and these, of course, these things can be layered on top of so many factors, but if primarily a lot of this is coming from a job or a work choice, then something has to be reconsidered. And although like I really didn't have the language, like I said, when I was that young, I feel so much more rooted in the fact that I have to do work that is in alignment with my deepest fundamental beliefs. I'm just not a person that can do fluff work. Like I have to do work that really feels deeply meaningful. And I think that's actually a lot of us. Like I truly don't believe that any of us are really satisfied with working just to work, because inevitably it comes with so many problems. Like we become stressed out, burnt out, angry, upset, frustrated. Um like we become anxious or depressed. We end up hating our bosses. It generates so much hatred towards others. We become disconnected from ourselves. We can't take care of ourselves well. So it's just like nobody wants that. None of us want that. And I think that's such a key factor when it comes to like, do I quit my job or do I stay and just be here for another 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? Like this really interesting thing happened to me a few months ago.